All right, everyone, welcome to severe weather coverage right now. Storm Chaser Justin. So we have a classic textbook supercell in Texas right now. Classic looking hook on this, and some very intense winds with this. Got a mesocyclone and some broad rotation, not the tightest. But we definitely do have that rotational signature. We have a little bit down to here. This has prompted a tornado warning. There's a little bit of rotation. And looks like we got a radar update, but it could also be in this general area. What I do want to do here is just go to see it's starting to lose some of the classic supercell look to it. We're gonna go to the super res correlation coefficient, see if it's picking up any debris. Um, so I'm not seeing too much here. Go to the differential reflectivity. Yeah, not seeing too much in the way of debris. We'll go to the regular correlation. Yeah. Um. So this tornado warnings expire here. This one goes for another 30 minutes. See if there's anything confirmed with this storm. Nope, nothing confirmed. Strange spotters have reported a wall cloud, though, a rotating one. Um. So baseball-sized hail is also a threat with this. So yeah. So yeah, there's not the strongest of rotation with this storm. A lot of lightning, very large hail, up to baseball sized. This is not the only storm we have. We have this other one here in Texas that could have hail at least up to baseball size. This is a very dangerous storm. Baseball sized hail again with this storm too. This is not even tornado warned here. So this red box you see here, this is a tornado warning. So area down towards Skellytown, this does include you. You might actually get hit by this storm. This does not have a confirmed tornado with it yet, but it does have a rotating wall cloud that has been confirmed by train spotters. So, um, yeah, I'm just gonna go on my phone because I don't have hail tracks on this. Radar's indicating, man, that's probably an old scan, but radar is indicating the hail up to 1.75 inches. So that's definitely an older scan. We'll go to this storm down in the south. This one here down towards Pampa. Um, Serious thunderstorm warning. Got a report of hail too, pea size, about 5 minutes ago. Yeah, radar's indicating it up to 3.5 inches. Um, so you could see some of the area in this severe thunderstorm warning. Um, this there's not a ton of towns. This is a very rural area, so I'm not seeing a ton of towns with this. But this one, as you can see, is starting to produce a hook echo here. So we'll go try to zoom. Eh, it's trying to produce a hook echo on this. I don't think it's going to produce a tornado, but this tornado warning is not for this storm. It's for this very impressive rotating storm done towards Sanford. It has a rotating wall cloud with it and a very impressive mesocyclone with it. So you got the inflow air coming in, just producing a very nasty storm here with a rotating wall cloud with it. So where you think the rotation is in the Bears cage or the hook echo, is nothing there. Um, I think I'm not seeing a big sign of rotation. There's just a very large mesocyclone. So I think the main threat will be very large hail up to baseballs. Is possible. There is a small rotational signature here down towards the south of Sanford. This is about rotational signature is about 4 miles uh to the southeast of Sanford. Um, and this looks like it is going to be coming towards the Borger area very soon. You can see a very impressive mesocyclone with this storm. I'm not seeing any hints of debris with this storm, which is good news. Um, but we do have a very strong mesocyclone and winds. Even if there is no tornado, that could be up to 60 miles per hour or greater. Get a little indication of some of the winds here. About 70 on radar. what the radar is indicating. So yeah, by 60 to 75 miles per hour is what the radar is indicating here. So yeah, this is a very dangerous storm. See, you have a ton of hail coming down with this. And this is why it's giving us such a strange look on the correlation coefficient. That's not that one. Correlation coefficient. It's giving us such a strange look because usually you think this is all red, and it is down towards this little area, but all of this green, usually some of these blues actually indicate some possible tornado debris. No, that is just a ton of rain and a bunch of hail coming down, again up to baseball size. Again, not seeing any debris being lofted up from a possible tornado. Again, the rotational signature is not that impressive, but we do have this very impressive mesocyclone. Again, train spotters have reported a rotating wall cloud with this storm. Go back up to this one. This will be the main focus right here with this storm because this is tornado warned. But we are going to focus on some of these severe thunderstorm warnings. You have them in Texas, New Mexico, um, even into Delaware, and Kansas, Oklahoma. We're going to take a look at this one in Delaware just to see it. Yeah, it's just in with a line, and that does have actually it does have some very impressive winds, and this is very close to the radar site. So these are just a couple hundred feet off the ground. This is in effect for another 10 minutes. 60-mile-per-hour wind, so no hail is expected with this one. There might be a few isolated hailstones, very small hailstones with that one. Looks like we have a new tornado warning with this storm, or in Texas. In this storm I was just talking about, this could have went tornado warned, and not, it just went tornado warned. So we have a new tornado warning for this cell, and I was concerned about it, um, because it did have this hook echo starting to show up, and definitely concerned right now. We have a new tornado warning in effect. Broad rotation with this storm, not the most impressive, but it is starting to develop a hook echo. Take a look. It's effective for another 25 minutes, and there's a damaging tornado. There's a tornado in progress with this right here. So again, very dangerous storm. I don't have any live pictures coming from the storm, but train spotters have reported a tornado with this storm. So I'm going to put on the correlation coefficient, trying to see if we have any lofted tornado debris. Um, Again, and we might have a little bit of debris being lofted. We're going to put this on that's the super res correlation coefficient. We're going to put on the regular. Maybe actually a little bit of maybe this is a very rural area, so it's probably not a ton of debris. Yeah, so you probably won't be able to see a ton of debris with this since it is such a rural area. Yeah, I'm not seeing a big ton with this one. We'll go back up to this one. You can see where all the hail is and everything. So again, tornado in progress near Hampa, Texas. Pop the reflectivity back on here, and this still does have that very impressive hook echo on this. Wow, yeah, that is a very impressive. I think this next scan is probably gonna light up. I'm gonna see if there's still a tornado. Nope, nothing indicated with this one. Now, no, nothing's reported with this one. This is just capable now. Radar indicator tornado. So baseball sized hail still possible. Waiting for a new scan on the velocity, but again, yeah, this one is starting to develop into that classic supercell shape, and these are also producing a ton of rain. So this is actually kind of a very serious dangerous situation because you have this storm here that has a tornado on the ground just to the south west of Tampa, but we also have this possible tornado approaching Borger, um, Texas, and these are almost inside of each other. These tornadoes, so this is a very dangerous situation. And here's this new radar scan or velocity scan, I should say. We're gonna try to draw this out for you guys so you can get a better understanding. Got the inflow air right there feeding into this storm right here. It's a very serious storm. And then here's where there could be a tornado. I'm not seeing a ton of rotation there in the bear's cage. But this could be a very this whole area is kind of rotating. I think the big threat that's out of and it might be there, but there is some rotation. This whole area is certainly rotating. There was a rotating wall cloud reported with this storm, but I think the tornado threat is starting to go down with this storm right here. Not seeing a big rotational signature again, a big mesocyclone. There was a report of a funnel, or not a funnel, a rotating wall cloud. Yeah, kind of was a funny look. So I think, trying to figure out where this one is. Again, this storm down here had a confirmed tornado, at 8:18 local time, 5 miles west of Pampa. There could also be a baseball-sized hail with this storm. So there is an observed tornado. Um, so this is a little while ago. This is uh, about 6 minutes ago. There was the reported tornado. Um, Again, not seeing a big rotational signature with this storm. I'm not sure where it was observed, but there is a little bit of rotation here. There's a bit of side lobe contamination down here. But again, we have two serious looking supercells here that's approaching Borger, and one that's just to the west of Pampa. So it was just to the west of Pampa. So it is. So if it was just to the west of Pampa, it is this area right here. So that's where we do have the tornado on the ground, most likely. So yeah, that's a very serious storm. um, looks like we got a new scan in. That's good. So down here, this area right here, this is the rear flank downdraft. So it's the RFD. So there's some strong, could be some strong winds here, but the main threat with rotation or possible tornado was observed. Doesn't look like a big strong couplet here or anything. Would be probably right there. We're gonna check the new scan with this one. And wow, that is impressive. That is some big hail too. Likely over ping pong balls there with this storm. Yeah, let's see what radar is indicating it up to 3.25 inches in diameter. So that's some big hail. That's enough to total your car right there. I just want to actually point this out real quick. We actually have an outflow boundary. Here's this outflow boundary. It's actually very cool. So we could see some new storms start to develop behind this outflow boundary. So here it is with this storm. It's almost like feeding into the main storm right here, this impressive supercell. So you have some wind surging forward and then are being sucked into this very impressive supercell right here. And you can see how isolated this storm is. I'm going to be watching this one up here too. This one looks like it could be starting to develop into something. So we're going to wait for a new scan here. Not seeing anything. Nothing's likely on the ground. That's good. To see if there's an update. This one, no update yet. Yeah, wow, see the hail even. The hail is wrapping around this storm. That is incredible. Wow. Yeah, that is a very dangerous storm. And looks like we have a new tornado warning in Oklahoma, so we're gonna actually take a look at this one real quick. We have a new tornado warning in Oklahoma for another supercell with the storm very isolated. And yeah, I am seeing a pretty impressive rotational signature here and here. I think the one I circled first might be a little bit of side lobe contamination. But I am seeing a decent hook echo and some rotation. Radar indicators nothing was confirmed. And golf ball sized hail. With this storm in Oklahoma right now, also severe thunderstorm warning around that with for the potential for some large hail. But main concern right here is with this storm in Texas. It's a very classic looking supercell. A ton of lightning with this storm. The storm is just feeding the lightning. We're gonna, I'm not sure what's going on here, but yeah, these storms are producing some prolific lightning right here. Look at all the lightning. Probably over 100 strikes right there. Oh, huh. It's not really there. Hmm. So we are using the closest one. Oh, and it worked awesome. So you gotta know this is actually just very close to Amarillo. I didn't realize how close it was to Amarillo. We're actually starting to get a better signature for a possible tornado now. In this might be just because there's a bunch of hail and rain with this one. That's looking a bit impressive right there. Take another look at this one. Not seeing a big sound. Let's see if they did any update. And rotating wall cloud. So the tornado um has lifted with this storm, so it's now a radar indicated storm. Take a look at this one, see if there is anything confirmed. Nothing confirmed yet, still, which is very good news. So again, we did have a tornado that was on the ground near Pampa, that has lifted. Storm spotters have reported a rotating wall cloud now. So very good news. The tornado has lifted. For the time being, it could go back down. But the rotation with this storm is not looking too impressive anymore. Good news there. Yeah, I think Boger. Must be right there. Maybe there. Hmm. Not seeing. I'm gonna switch this on over to correlation coefficient. See if you see anything. You can see where the hook echo is, but I'm not seeing anything big for rotation. This tornado warning will likely be allowed to expire. This is where I do see a little bit of rotation with this storm. There's just a ton. It's definitely this is a very serious, dangerous situation because there's so much rain and so much hail. It's getting sucked into the correlation coefficient. So you can't really tell what's tornado debris and what's rain or hail because there's just so much of it. So again, it's very classic looking supercell thunderstorm here. Another possible tornado down to the south of Pampa or for Pampa. And then a cluster of severe thunderstorm warnings and another tornado warning in Oklahoma right now. We have a ton of severe thunderstorm warnings and 3 tornado warnings right now, and flash flooding warnings that are for North Carolina, Georgia, and into Kansas. So yeah, not seeing. I think once this will likely be allowed to expire. It's in effect for another 12 minutes. Looks like we got a new scan, and that actually there might be a tornado here. New scan shows that, and I'm not liking how that looks. That might just be side lobe, because it's very far south. But that might be something we're gonna keep an eye on for until the next scan comes in. So we're gonna watch that very carefully. Let's look, see if there's anything updated with this one. I'm not seeing anything with this one. Take a look at this for traditional baseball, sliced hail. And then you scan. So yeah, I think the tornado threat is diminishing now as we are starting to lose the heating of the day. There's still a lot of juice in the atmosphere though, so certainly still possible we could have several other tornadoes touch down. But for now, I'm just gonna sign off here. And I will see you guys in the next stream. Stay safe out there.